I don't pay my insurance. I don't pay my mortgage. I don't pay my property managers. I don't pay my anything. I don't pay anything out of my own pocket.
Your background was in a variety of different side hustles and different things you were doing. You clearly had an entrepreneurial mindset. What do you think about real estate really clicked? What do you think was different and unique about real estate versus anything else you had tried before?
I made money without working. A lot of people have heard of the book, The 4-Hour Work Week. It's a good book and all, but I think working 4 hours a week is for suckers. I don't want to work 4 hours a week. I don't even want to work 4 hours a month. I maybe work 30 minutes a month. I get my statements from my property manager, look them over, make sure everything looks good, and then put them away and go back to play with my kids or going to the gym or literally doing whatever I want. And so after I bought 3, 4, 5 properties, once I started really going into it, I realized all these other businesses, convenience store, even just selling a skateboard, every single customer, that's a tiny boss. Instead of having one big boss that's giving you $75,000 a year, I had to sell lots and lots of skateboards in order to make money, and each one of those were a little tiny boss. If they didn't come back and buy, I wouldn't be making money. And so I realized passive income is now the right way to go. That's why I created Master, and that's why I called it Master Passive Income, because there's a lot of other passive income ways to do it. I wouldn't even need to work. All I need to do is hire like a virtual assistant, or even just hire one of my kids. Hey, and teach them how to look over the statements, make sure there's nothing wrong, and I wouldn't even have to do it because my properties work for me. And so when I say 30 minutes a month, that's if I'm just not buying properties. Now here's a great thing. Because I built the business first, I have so many people sending me deals. And I have people, wholesalers, that use Deal Machine and then send me those deals that they're actually working on in the different areas of the country. I literally spend maybe 2 hours of my life, my own personal time, to buy a new property. I wake up in the morning, I go to the gym, they come back, and then I look at my email, and I'm drinking my coffee. I'm like, oh, there's some wholesalers send me some properties. It takes me about 5 minutes to look them over, and I run some analysis, maybe 10 minutes. And I say, hey, I like that property. Put in an offer. That's another 5 minutes. So what's that? 20 minutes out of my time. Then I put all the other people to work, my either realtors or property managers, inspectors. I get them all to work. That doesn't take much time. It's 5 minutes of phone calls. Then once we're in the contract, get in the contract, another 5-10 minutes of my time. And then once we're in the contract, I don't do anything else. It's everybody else doing all the work because I built the business first. And then at the very end, I wire a check, sign documents, all that sort of stuff. So it literally takes me at most 2 hours of my time to buy a new property. That's because I have so many people in my business doing all the work that I don't have to do that. So that's what was so appealing for me, is I made money without working, and I can hire the right people to do the work inside the business. Now, here's also what's really super interesting, or I love. So I get a lot of people asking me, man, how do you afford a property manager? It's actually fairly simple to afford a property manager. I don't get a job to go pay my property manager. I don't pay my taxes on my properties, on any of my properties. I don't pay my insurance. I don't pay my mortgage. I don't pay my property managers. I don't pay anything out of my own pocket. My tenants pay for every bit of that. Now, when I build the business, I make sure that all those expenses are accounted for, especially a property manager. I already know what my property manager is going to charge. So I already put that in my numbers to know if I can't buy it for this certain price that covers all the expenses and gives me a passive income of $250, I don't buy it, or I offer lower, and then if they come down, then I'll buy the property. So that's the big thing about rental properties. I account for all the expenses, and if I could buy the property that accounts for the expenses, it's super simple, this math. It's just addition, subtraction, and a little bit of multiplication. So you just add up all your expenses, and then you talk to your property manager, who is the expert on the ground. You ask them, how much can I rent this property for? Then you add up all your expenses and you figure out your income, which is your rents, and you deduct. That difference is your passive income. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, if you want to make passive income by investing in real estate or grow your investments to achieve financial freedom, well, consider joining the Real Estate Wealth Builders Mastermind with me. Now, in the mastermind, we have people that in as little as 18 months have bought enough properties, 12 rental properties, to make money for them passively for financial freedom, and you can too. It's not about having a lot of money to invest. It's about having access to the right information, the right community of people, and the right coaching. So if you're interested in joining, I want you to check the link in the description and join us so that you become financially free by investing in real estate.